I broke my landing gear, got a replacement, and put my brain to work. Here's a broken piece here. This bridge here that attached to this one here, I took it out, got some zip ties, stuck it right there, and let me show you what I'm going to do. Let me see if this fucking phone will stay. Okay. Once in a while I have a good idea, and I just had one. So that's the broken piece from the bridge here. These two eyelets normally snap in there, but this is a new piece. Here's the old one, broke it off. And now look, I got my carbon fiber rods. Gonna squeeze this in here. These are extra sponge bushings I had for something else. I'm going to attach them to the back. It's going to help lock things in place. And I'm going to adjust these bushings back here with some zip ties right now while you guys are watching. Right there like that. See that? Alright, you see that? Hold on. Right. Where the fuck are? Right there. Okay. So I'm going to zip tie him there. But now look what I have. And right now when I sample this, these bushings may come out. But that's okay. I'm going to zip tie him. Normally, the Gopro was right here. Dead center, right under the Pix Hawk. That's what I use, Pix Hawk 3D Robotics. Okay, and this landing gear skid is visible on video. The propellers from about right here forward are visible, but look at this. Let me pull this from the back so you can see. See that? Look at that. Look at that. All the way. You can adjust it as you want. Nothing will be in your way there. Nothing from the landing skids. And if the skids are ever in the way, you can pull these back a little bit. Not too much though, because when you land, you're not going to be balanced and it's going to tip over unless you're a master flyer and you have zero wind behind you. But either way, you can move these back a little bit, but either way, you're most likely going to have these in the way in the video, even if you come back to here. So if you have too much on the back end, it's going to tip over. But now look at that. Look at that, all the way to the front. You can even extend as far as you want. You're going to have to balance the back with the battery because you don't want top weight over here in the front. Well, look how neat that rolls back and forth. Look at that. And those are carbon fiber landing skids that came with the my new replacements. But that looks very, very nice. The colors are nice too. It matches the whole kit like it was professionally built. We won't tell anybody it's not. But look at that. Awesome. Doesn't weigh much. Carbon fiber is nothing. And the only thing that you have to readjust is the battery. I had it perpendicular to the position of the camera. Now I'm going to have to make it parallel and move my 3DR over here, and I'm going to put the battery parallel to the skid with a little more weight coming here toward okay, here's my battery. So now I'm going to place the battery a little further back just for balance purposes. I always use double Velcro to keep it in place, but I need to come back just a little bit to compensate for the weight up front, which is not a lot, but still, it'll be a lot better balanced, and everything performs a whole lot better. Look at that. Awesome. I'm going to patent this fucking idea and sell it to the whole world. That looks cool. Because when you do videos, the last thing you want is having your skids in the way, or your propellers in the way, or your arms in the way. You know, it's nice to show everything off, but when it comes to video, there's times where you don't need it. And this way, if you don't care what you're flying or what you're videoing while you're flying, you can put it all the way back. If you need nice clear video, there you go. Alright guys, we're going to put this into production and distribute it worldwide. Peace. Here's a front view of the slider. I don't have the battery hooked up, and another reason you're going to have to put the battery parallel to the extendable boom is you're going to need your power cable from your battery to be able to reach your gimbal right there. Easy to do. Even at maximum extension, I think you should be okay balance wise right there. That's probably the most that you want to be extended, because right there where the GoPro is, there's no way you're going to get the skids or the props in the way. See the eye hooks? Let me show you a broken piece. Where is my other? Well, no, I don't have it. Okay, I don't know where it is. But the eye hooks that mount on these aluminum brackets, I'm using as a guide for the carbon fiber. Look at that. Awesome, right there. Look at that. We'll get that out of the way right now. In and out. And the loops right here keep it in place. But you're going to attach it to the back anyway, so there's no way that they're going to move. So you got to be a damn good flyer though, because if you're way over here and something happens and you hit it, this poor boy is going to be the first one to go. I've crashed it once already and it survived. But you don't want to be doing that quite a bit. Alright guys, I'm out. Peace. The only thing hopefully it's not going to happen is vibration. Because the back's going to be tied with zip ties. But because the platform is not physically attached to the bottom of the PCB board, fixed, solid fixed, I don't know if this is going to be vibrating a lot. If it is, or if it does, I'll find out real quick once the video, I process some video through it. But if it's an issue with vibration, then before flying, I'm going to attach these very firmly, these carbon fibers, attach it to the metal frame, which is not a, you can do that with zip ties. That'd be simple to do. And this, this little gadget, I'm not adding a whole lot of weight. These carbon fiber skids don't weigh anything. So I just happened to, when I bought the extra kit, they came with this. I broke these, the legs, but they came with this, so that's where I got these from. But we'll see what the video looks like. I'm going to change my props too. These are beat to hell. Guys, I flew the Hex. I did have a slight vibration because this was not permanent or a lot stiffer attached to the frame, so I just put and these are a lifesaver when you're in this business. I tied the bushings down, the rubber sponge bushings, and it was kind of a blessing because in disguise, because now the motion back and forth is a lot stiffer. But I know that this is not a scientific way of balancing this, but if I just lightly touch this, look at the gap between there. I mean, look how easy that moves. So I'm pretty close to right there. I'm pretty close to marking my spot where the battery needs to be in relation to the arm being extended. If I retract it, then I know that the battery has to go forward. If I have to come out further, but right there, that's going to be impossible for the landing skid to be visible on the eye of the GoPro or the propellers. Right there, they're not showing. They're not showing one bit. But you know, this is the best I could do to balance it. I don't know how the hell else. I know it's not scientific, but this is pretty damn close. I mean, look. It just bounces a little bit, and then it finally sets down, which means the battery needs to go just slightly back. But I'm going to put a mark here and then measure the extended arm and write it down somewhere. Maybe I'll write it in the battery next to my... I always mark how many times my batteries have been charged, which is what those notches indicate. The day I started using it and how many charges it's taken. But that's it, brother. It works. Homemade camera boom with spare carbon fiber landing skids from my broken original piece. So that's it. And let me take this out. Let me show you guys how much stiffer this is now. But I can't do this with let me put this down here. Let me put this down right there. But now the in and out of the boom is a lot stiffer, which is a plus. So it won't slip it so easy. But see that? I'm moving in and moving out. Which means in flight it's not going to go anywhere. So that is a blessing there. And you can see I'll have to just measure where my extension is maxed out for my connectors. But there is Mr. Gimbal, powered up, self-adjust. We're all set, rock and roll. Look at that, that is nice. And I didn't really add that much weight. It's just the additional weight of the carbon fiber extenders. Everything else is the same. So I should not suffer any less flight time. I added this little tiny piece of plastic and a few little tie wraps, which no big deal. I say I had to relocate my 3DR here, making sure that I'm pointing north, and then my battery is now perpendicular or parallel to the skids. It used to be perpendicular, and that's it. All right, everything works good. Peace out.